Welcome to lecture number 5 of Agile Development. In the previous lectures, we were studying Agile process models, out of which now we are left with studying two models, LSD, AM and AUP. The Lean Software Development Process Model, LSD. LSD is again an agile feature of software development. It is adapted from the principles of lean manufacturing of the world of software engineering. Each of the principles can be adapted in the software process. It takes or it makes the use of elimination of waste, build quality, create knowledge, defer commitment, faster delivery, respect people, and optimize the process as whole. Let us take for example the first principle, elimination of waste. Elimination of waste or waste elimination can have a wide variety of meanings. The first is you are adding no extraneous features or additional features apart from what is needed. That can mean elimination of waste. Second is access the cost and schedule impact of newly requested requirement. So if you have a new requirement coming in, you will first access the cost and schedule. If you think it is not feasible, then you can eliminate that requirement. Next is remove any superfluous process steps. Superfluous means extra or surplus. So if you have any surplus steps in your software development process, you can eliminate those steps. Establishing mechanisms to improve the way team members find information. So information can be, we can get information from a varied source available in your organization or books or internet. So you will keep only those ways from which you can get a exact or accurate kind of information. The other sources or other ways you can eliminate. Ensuring the testing finds as many errors as possible. If you find more number of errors, you will be able to eliminate the errors that are coming around in your project. So that is also one kind of waste elimination. Reducing the time required to request and get a decision that affects the software. So means you are reducing the time. How can you reduce the time? You can reduce it by some mechanism or a better way of communication so that your time is not wasted. Here we are talking in context of time because sometimes you need to take immediate decisions. You can't wait. So that is a reason why communication should be strengthened. Okay, and also you want to eliminate the process that is applied to create it. Okay, next is you are reforming the manner in which information is transmitted to the stakeholders. It will go through a specific hierarchy. It will not move along wrong paths. It should go as it should in a specific hierarchy. So you are eliminating the places where your information should not have been transmitted. So you can finalize or conclude that it is a model which is used for improving the quality of your software. The next two models are Agile model and Agile Unified Process. First, we'll move on to Agile model. The Agile model is nothing but a it is a effective kind of model. It is used to in real world you have a lot of critical systems or large systems. So when you are building such systems, the scope and complexity must be modeled. If you do not model them, it will be something that you won't be able to understand. So if you want better understanding and you want people to effectively use it and you want to deliver a quality product, you must model it. Plus, you should model it in an agile way or agile approach. So you can say that agile modeling is a practice-based methodology for effective modeling and documentation of the software-based systems. It is also a collection of values and principles that can be applied for software development or modeling. Okay, so we can say that it is a principle in which you have values, you have practices. As I already said in the first lecture, that to be agile means to have a set of values, to have set of principles with which you are working. So the agile model follows the following principles. The first is you should always develop a model with a purpose. It should be very goal specific, and your goal is you want to communicate information to the customer or the consumer and help him understand how the software will work or how it is going to help you out. Okay, so here your notations aren't important, but what is important is your diagram or your pictorial representation understandable for your audience. The next is use multiple models. Now, you cannot incorporate everything in a single model. Sometimes you require more than one model because each model represents a different aspect of the system. So in order to make your audience understand properly, there may be times where you should use multiple models. Next is you should travel light or you should keep it simple, which means keep only those models that will provide you a long-term value and discard those which are uh, keep only those models which will provide you long-term values but not those which are short-term. Like you should focus on what is important right now, but you should not think about what is going to happen after a year. Okay, so you should keep models which are important to you at that time. If you do not do that, then you need to remember one thing, that every time you decide to keep a model with you, you are compromising your agility. Because agility says that focus on what you are doing today. Okay, you don't have to think about tomorrow because you know your requirements are going to change. You don't know what is going to come later on. So you have to focus on what you have, what you know currently. Focus on the present, not on the future. Next is content is more important than representation. So you need a barely good model which is understood by your audience, but not necessary it should be perfect. Even if it's not perfect, if it's understandable, it is an agile model and it will be accepted by your client. You should know the models and the tools that are used to create them. Okay. If you do not know that, you won't be able to know the strength of a model. You won't be able to know the weakness of the model. If you know all this, you will be able to represent your model in a proper way, in a proper method to your client. The model that you select must be able to adapt locally. It should adapt to whatever the changing environment is. Okay. So now we'll move on to the next model, that is Agile Unified Process. Agile Unified Process is a small iterative philosophy of building a computer system. It follows all the agile practices and the ways used for agility. The first is modeling. Modeling is nothing but representation of business problems to your client. They say that your model should be barely good but not perfect. Modeling is nothing but, you can say, a diagrammatic representation to your client regarding what they want from you. You can show them that what is going to interact with what, how it is going to interact. Okay, that is what you will show them. It is not necessary that your diagrams will be perfect, but they should be understandable. Next is implementation. Implementation is nothing but how you are converting your model into source code. Okay, you have to see how many lines of code you are using, how long your project is, what costs you are going to have for it. So implementation is going to help you to find out how you are going to implement the model that you have done. Next is testing. Testing is used to uncover errors and check whether all the requirements that the client had imposed have been covered or they are yet pending. Okay, so we have already studied smoke testing, integration testing, acceptance testing, regression testing. All these were covered in the XP process. So you can just refer there and you can add it over here. Next is deployment. Deployment is you are giving your product in a timely or incremented manner. You are also taking a customer feedback, and whatever software you are developing, you are making it operational in the real world. It is now fit for the customer to use the software in a real world environment. Next is project configuration and management. In this part, you are going to take care of what risks you are going to have. After you have delivered your project, what are the after services that you need to give? What are the changes that you need to incorporate? Just because you have delivered the product, you can't just raise your hands that it's over. You need to have continuous improvement and always give a high quality product. And last is environment management. Environment management is nothing but what kind of infrastructure you've been providing, what kind of tools, what kind of techniques, what kind of standards, what kind of organizational environment, what kind of a team you have, how well you can gel with each other. All these aspects are important. So, uh, by with this, we are finishing the syllabus of this unit. We will now be having a briefing of the whole chapter about what is agility. You can see that agility is nothing but a combination of philosophy and a set of development guidelines.